I welcome you all in this video where you will learn about the major differences between micro and macroeconomics. After watching this video, you will be able to explain the meaning of economics and differentiate between micro and macroeconomics. Let us first understand the meaning of economics. Economics is that branch of knowledge that study how people or individuals allocate scarce resources for production, distribution, and consumption to satisfy their unlimited wants. In this definition, there are two major issues which are to be resolved. One is scarcity of resources, that your resources are limited and you have unlimited wants. There are two problems associated with the problem of scarcity of resources. One, resources are limited. For example, coal, petroleum, water, money, land, equipments, or labor. All these resources are available in a limited number. Second problem is that these resources have multiple uses. For example, milk can be used to make a tea or a coffee or a milkshake and can also be used for some religious purposes. Similarly, petroleum products like diesel can be used to run a car or a big machinery in a industrial production. When we talk about unlimited wants, human wants are unlimited. When one want is satisfied, another crops up to takes its place. It will be the same need or want which will re-emerge or a higher level of want. For example, you are hungry in the morning and you eat some food to fulfill that need or want. But again in the afternoon, that need will re emerge and again you are hungry and again you need something to eat. Or it can be the case of higher level of wants which are emerging, which will make unlimited wants a difficult issue to be dealt with, especially when we are having scarce resources. There are two branches of economics, microeconomics and macroeconomics. Now let us understand the difference between these two. Microeconomics refers to the branch of economics that study individual units, whereas macroeconomics refers to that branch of economics which deals with the economy as a whole instead of individual units. Microeconomics is like studying a tree or its individual characteristics, whereas in macroeconomics we study large number of trees taken together, or we can say it is like studying a forest. In consumer behavior, we study the behavior of an individual or behavior of an individual family in microeconomics. Whereas in macroeconomics, it is the study of the behavior of all individuals taken together or economy as a whole. As microeconomics study individual units, we study the behavior of an individual, a particular market, or an individual firm. Whereas in macroeconomics, we study aggregate demand, aggregate supply, and economy as a whole. In microeconomics, terms like consumer, supply, demand, and price are generally used, whereas in macroeconomics, terms like national income, unemployment, GDP, and inflation are used. In microeconomics, we study the concepts of demand and supply, elasticity of demand and supply, consumer behavior, product pricing, factor pricing, production, consumption, and market structures. Whereas in macroeconomics, we study the concepts of national income, economic growth, business cycle, unemployment, inflation, international trade, balance of payments, and foreign exchange. Both microeconomics and macroeconomics have applications in business analysis and decision making. Microeconomics is applied to operational and internal issues of the organization, whereas Macroeconomics is applied to environmental and external issues of the organization. Let us now understand how microeconomics helps business organization. One of the major questions for which organizations are looking for is the choice of business or nature of product. That means what to produce. And theory of demand can help you in finding out the answer to this question, what to produce. Similarly, choice of size of the firm or how much to produce, again theory of production can help you in finding out the answer. Choice of technology, how to produce, theory of production can give you the answer. How to price the commodity. For this, we have concepts like price theory, price elasticity, analysis of market structures, which can help you in getting the solution for this question. Management of profits, we have profit theory in microeconomics, and how to manage inventory and capital. For this, we have concepts like inventory management and capital budgeting, which can help you in finding out the answers. In macroeconomics, issues which can impact the functioning of an organization are type of economic system of the country, general trends in production, employment, income, prices, savings and investments, issue related to foreign trade, issues related to government policies, theory of national income, theory of economic growth, theory of international trade, monetary and fiscal policies. While analyzing any economy, microeconomics takes a bottom up approach, whereas the macroeconomics takes a top down approach into consideration. The analysis in microeconomics is also known as partial or particular equilibrium analysis, as it studies the equilibrium position of an individual, a firm, an industry, or a group of industries viewed in isolation. In macroeconomics, the analysis is known as general equilibrium analysis, as it attempts to explain the behavior of supply, demand, and prices in a whole economy with several or many interacting markets. Microeconomics considers the changes in one or two variables, keeping all other factors as constant, that is, ceteris paribus, which means other things remaining the same. The ceteris paribus is the crux of partial equilibrium analysis. For example, while studying consumers' equilibrium, producers' equilibrium, and industries' equilibrium, we keep certain factors as constant, which is the study of partial equilibrium analysis. In macroeconomics, general equilibrium theory contrasts to the theory of partial equilibrium, which only analyzes single markets. As in the study of macroeconomics, no factor is kept constant and there are interactions of many variables. It is difficult to say which one is more important, as economics is a study of both the trees and the forest. Both micro and macroeconomics are important. One cannot afford to neglect anyone. By studying both, one can get a composite picture, a totality of what is economics. If you take the remarks of P.A. Samuelson, he says, there is really no opposition between micro and macroeconomics. Both are absolutely vital and important. And you are half educated if you understand the one while being ignorant of the other. That is how the importance of both micro and macroeconomics is explained by the economist. Now, let us check what we have learned in this video with the help of some multiple choice questions. Which of the following is covered in microeconomics? National income, business cycle, factor pricing, and international trade. And the right answer here is factor pricing. Which of the following is the topic of macroeconomics? And your options are consumer behavior, product pricing, factor pricing, and unemployment. And the right answer is unemployment. Which of the following takes a top-down approach while analyzing an economy? And your options are microeconomics, macroeconomics, both micro and macroeconomics, none of the above. And the right answer is B, macroeconomics. The ceteris paribus is the crux of, and your options are microeconomics, partial equilibrium analysis, general equilibrium analysis, all of the above. And the right answer is B, partial equilibrium analysis. I hope you like this video. Thank you so much for watching this video.